Okay, what we're going to do in this step, which is step 30, is go ahead and add windshield wipers. And they're going to be really simple because this truck model way back when it was made were really simple. What we're going to do again is do a new scene, and we're going to add an oil tank shape to it, and we are going to use hyper nub on this. Now we'll just leave it like it is. And first thing we want to do is go ahead, we want to reduce some of the polish here. We don't want that many, so let's go ahead and go to the attribute manager. We're going to reduce the rotation segments to let's say 10. That's pretty good. So we'll probably use a hyper nub on it. So we'll reduce this to 4. And height segments, we'll go ahead and reduce that to 4 too, to give us a good building block tool of that. Now let's make it editable and go to points mode, select all, and optimize so everything is connected here. Now it's going to give us a more rounder shape, and that's what we want. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go to top view, and we're actually going to rotate everything so that these polygons point out that way, because we're going to build off of those right there. Real simple, real fast. So what we're going to do, and we want to go to the live selection tool, and we want to select these polys right here. Go to scale tool and scale them out, and then pull them down a little bit so they meet with this other one, and go ahead and drag them out a little bit. There we go. And what we want to do next, so that we know we're doing this correctly, as we're models, go ahead and hyper nub to it. Now there's a keystroke function to do this where it'll automatically add this to it, but I'm doing it from a beginner standard, so that I use all the tools, or try to at least, and that way you can learn what I'm doing. As I go along, I'll add more and more to it, but we're almost done with this tutorial series anyway, so we'll just keep doing it the way we started with. Now, we've got that shape pretty good. Let's go back to polygon mode, live selection tool, and we want to extrude this just a little bit, and then one more time, and then shrink it down a little bit. And now we want to do extrude again. There we go. One time, just a little bit, and then one more time, and then go ahead and pull this out to right here. And I know on these trucks that these are kind of short arms on this type truck, so we're going to just go right there, do extrude again so we get a good end to it right there. And that's the first part of our wiper blade. Now go to F4 front view and the rectangle selection tool, double click on it so the attribute manager pops up. Deselect this, select all visible elements, then grab all these polys right here, and let's pull it up right about there. That looks pretty good right there. Okay, next we want to round this out a little bit here on the top. So let's go ahead and live selection. We're going to see how this looks. So we're building this totally freehand here. Give it a little bit of a curve here. There we go. Select this poly. Let's do an extrude. Inward. Well, just extrude it a little bit, and then we're going to scale it in a little bit. And do extrude again, but go inward. One time, one more time, and then come back out. And we want it to kind of bubble up like that. There we go. We'll leave that just like that. There we go. There's our main arm right there. Next, what we're going to do is do a square. Let's push the space bar and then bring it over here. And we want to do the arm now. So what we're going to do is go to the attributes manager, push the space bar till we get what we want, or select the cube again. Live selection, select the cube. Oh, we got to go to object tool mode or model tool. And what we want to do is select the cube again. There we go. Now we're right. Now we're just going to use the fillet, and we'll just drop this to 2. That's good enough. And then we want it close together on this, so go to right there. Then we want to scale it down to about right there. And then we want to scale it out. And they're short on this truck, so just go to where they almost touch the main arm again. And what we want to do then is divide it split this way, and this way. Add a section to it. So if I grab the right one, no, I did not. Okay, let me go back to that to the sides. Let's try the Z. And nope, not that one. I'm sorry. There we go. Add 3 more polys in here where it's a total of 4 polys. So I add 3 cuts to make 4 polys. There we go. And now we need to make it skinny. So grab this one right here and make it about like that. There we go. Now make it editable. Okay. There we go. And we want to go to F4 front view. Size this down right here. And go to point mode. Your rectangle selection tool. Grab this one. And these in. Grab these points on this end and the points on that end. And let's pull it down a little bit. Not too much. And then grab these and pull those down a little bit. There we go. So we get a curve to it. There we go. And we have that right there. So what we want to do now is go back and select our main object again. There we go. Go to polygon, select that and extrude, or actually just enter extrude. There we go, to about right there, and one more time, extrude it, and then extrude outward like that, and go down into that mesh and do it one more time, extrude, so that it's square to it. There we go. And we could add a whole lot more details to this, but we're not going to. We're just going to leave it just like that. What we want to do next is add the wiper blade itself. So go back to object mode, select this one right here, go back, do copy, paste, bring it down just a little bit, go to F3 side view, and we want to go to scale tool, and we want to scale it down, and we're not going to worry about getting a real sharp edge to it. We're just going to make it skinnier. We're not going to do that. Let's scale it in a little bit more, make it thin, and then bring it in some. There we go. Now, all we have to do it because we're going to rename this, because we're going to rename it, so we want to do this one. We want to name this wiper blade. Anything you want to name it. Oops, sorry about it. Okay. And arm, name this arm. And then I'm going to name this drive arm. All right. Now you can put them inside of each one. Drop this down into that one. Try and drop this one down into this one. And there you have your wiper blade. Now what we're going to do is go back here and go ahead and pull it out the hypernub, delete the hypernub. Select the drive, the wiper blade, the complete part. Copy it is Control C. Go back up here and go back to our main scene file. Paste it into the scene.